Hello, it's Babs. Some say Friday the 13th is unlucky, but I see it differently. Let's talk about luck and the stories we carry. My name is Talisman. I wasn't born with that name, I chose it. But the story of how I got here started long before I was born. There's a bit of family folklore, one of those Ellis Island stories passed down like a treasured heirloom. My great-grandfather was a rabbi in Kiev, and when he fled the pogroms in Russia, he made the journey to America. He arrived at Ellis Island in full rabbinic attire, talit, tefillin, yarmulke, and the works, and didn't speak a word of English. When the immigration officer asked him his name, he didn't understand. But when they asked what kind of work he did, that he understood. He answered, talit macher, a maker or seller of prayer shawls, the talit. And so the story goes. He and my great-grandmother were renamed Talisman on the spot. Lucky? Absolutely. Not just because of the name, but because they survived. The sea voyage, the screening lines, the unknown, and somehow ended up in Cleveland, Ohio to start a new life. So yes, my name has always carried weight, history, resilience, and a little mystery. And when I chose to take that name as my own after college, it was more than paperwork. It was my way of honoring a lineage of survival, strength, and reinvention. That choice set a tone for everything that came next. When you hear that story, what does that stir in you? Maybe you've got a name that doesn't feel like yours anymore, or a family story that you've outgrown. Maybe you're standing at a moment of change, unsure whether to step forward or stay put. Here's what I know. You are allowed to choose, to rename, to rewrite. When I changed my name, I wasn't just shedding my father's absence. I was making peace with a painful truth. My parents divorced when I was 8 in 1968, a time when that was not done. My father didn't pay alimony and child support was minimal at best. The one thing he did commit to was $2,500 a year for college, and even that I had to fight for. It ended the day I graduated. While my friends put on caps and gowns and lined up for commencement, my mom and I went to probate court instead. That name, his name, would not appear on any future accomplishments of mine. I chose my mother's name, the one who showed up, who stood beside me, who made it possible. I wasn't just claiming her strength, I was reconnecting to that Ellis Island story, to the rabbi who spoke no English but carried wisdom, tradition, and a prayer shawl. I was saying, this is who I am now. This is the story I want to carry forward. And you get to do the same. Whether it's your name, your role, your relationship to the past, you're not stuck with the script you were handed. You can carry your courage instead of your fear. You can build from the pieces you choose to keep. And maybe your version of a talisman isn't a name. Maybe it's a small object, a photo, a word, or a mantra you whisper to yourself when things get hard. What's your talisman? What do you carry that reminds me of who you are, especially on the hard days? Mine is my name. And every time I say it out loud, I remember. I come from people who crossed oceans, who survived, who built something new from nothing, and I've done it too in my own way. So on this Friday the 13th, I'm not thinking about bad luck. I'm thinking about bold choices, about claiming your identity, about remembering the strength that's already in you. You don't need a lucky charm, you just need a reminder. And maybe today is the perfect time to find yours. Wherever you are, start from there. You are not stuck. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are your own talisman. And if you're not sure what that looks like yet, start by noticing what pulls you through. A phrase you repeat, a place that brings you calm, a person who reminds you of your strength. Want to explore this more? Grab a notebook or open your notes app on your phone and try this. Write down a moment you got through that you didn't think you would. What helped you? What got you through? Who got you through? What's something or someone you turn to when things feel uncertain? That's the beginning of your own talisman story. And if you already have one, share it in the comments or in conversation with someone who needs a reminder of their own strength. Because the more we name what carries us, the easier it is to keep going, especially when the road ahead may feel uncertain. If this sparks something in you, I'd love to hear it. Drop a comment or share your talisman story. Send me an email. And if you want more weekly moments like this, stories, questions, reminders, make sure you're subscribed wherever you're watching or reading. Carry your courage. It's more than enough.